Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Wine. Welcome back to art class. Today we will be learning about different color schemes that you could use in your Paul Klee inspired cityscape painting. And we will be practicing some different wash techniques that you might want to use in your final painting. So let's get started. First of all, let's review our different color schemes. Color schemes is a small group of colors that you could use to create a feeling or a mood in your artwork. So some color choices that you have. You could choose neutral or browns and grays. That kind of looks like this example. You could use monochromatic. Monochromatic means one color plus its tints and shades, like this blue example on the side. You have regular blue, light blues, and dark blue. This gives you a nice cohesive group of colors that you know are going to go together, but does not provide much variety. Next, we have complementary colors. Complementary colors are those two opposite colors on the color wheel. This is going to create a lot of contrast in your artwork and is going to give you colors that stand apart from each other or clash. You can see this in the example on the side with the blue and the orange. Another thing to note is if you're choosing complementary, when you mix those two colors together, it's going to give you kind of a brown color. You could choose warm colors, red, oranges, and yellows, or cool colors, blue, greens, and violets. This example is mostly cool colors with just a pop of yellow. You could also choose analogous colors. Analogous colors are three colors that are side by side on the color wheel. For example, down here, we see a color scheme that is purples, reds, and oranges. Those are 1, 2, 3 of our main colors side by side. And again, this is going to give you something that is cohesive or looks like it goes together. And finally, you could choose multicolors or using many colors or colors from all around the color wheel. This is going to give you a feeling that is lively or active. So you may want to pause right now and think about the colors that you want for your artwork. Then, once you're ready, we're ready to paint and to practice our washes. I suggest today practicing with the same group of colors that you plan to use in your final artwork. So for today, you will need your paint set. You will need a cup with water in it. You will need your brush and a napkin. I also like to have a pencil with my paper so that I can take some notes as I paint. And the first thing I'm going to do is start by putting my name on the back and flipping it over. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to create a wash of color. If you remember from previous years in painting, a wash simply means that I'm going to use a lot of water with my color. So I think today I'm going to experiment with some complementary colors, blues and oranges. I've never done that before. And I'm going to start with blue, and to create a wash, I'm going to put some blue up here in my palette or in the lid of my painting or of my paint set. Remember, I don't want to dig and scrub. I just get more water and more color. And then if I'm creating a wash, I can add a drip of water to it. Then I can take my brush and just put a little of that color on my paper because today I'm just practicing. And I could add a few more drips of water to that. And adding water is going to make the color lighter because it's going to allow more of the white paper to show through. Then I could add even more water so that the color is even lighter. that's going to give me different values of blue on my paper. Then, what if I wanted to create my own original color by mixing two colors of paint in the lid? That's going to give me an original color. So maybe I'm going to add a little bit more blue back into here. But what if I wanted to mix some blue and green together? I'm going to clean my brush, wipe it on my napkin, and now I can get a little bit of green, and I can mix the green in with the blue. I'm going to mix it in my lid first to see what it looks like. And then I also might want to take some notes as I go. So I would know that this is my wash. And I would want to remember how I made this color in case I want to make it later. So I'm going to write blue plus green. Just taking some notes for myself. I could try mixing another original color. Since I know I want to use orange in my painting, maybe I take a little bit of orange, I put it in a different section of my lid, I add a little drip of water. I could see what that looks like first. So that's just a wash of orange. And then maybe I try mixing a little bit of yellow with that. So I'm going to clean my brush, check it on my napkin, and now I can get a little bit of yellow, and I can mix that yellow in with the orange. Ooh, I really like that. It gives me kind of a nice golden orange color. And again, I'm going to try that over here on my paper. And I want to take some notes. Orange plus yellow. It's always good to have a record of what I've done. The last thing I can do is I can try mixing washes of color and glazing them together. So I'm going to use the two colors that I already have. I already have the orange and the yellow mixed together. What if I take a little bit of that color and I just paint it over my blues? That's going to show me exactly what it's going to look like if I mix those colors together. Maybe that's something I like, maybe it's something I don't. So you can continue experimenting with glazing, and creating different washes today. But I want you to make sure that you're practicing with colors that you think you might use in your Paul Klee artwork. And finally, when you're ready to clean up for the day, don't forget that part of cleaning up means cleaning out this paint lid. So I want to take my napkin, soak up all the water and paint. If it is dried a little bit, I can use my paintbrush kind of like it's a little mop. I can mop up the area, and then I can make sure that my paint set is dry and clean. I hope you have a wonderful week painting. I can't wait to see the colors that you create as you're practicing. Remember, think about what kind of a mood you could create with your color choices. Have a wonderful week, and until next time, keep on creating.